So guys, welcome, and we will do some exercise in this video. It is 33 tutorial and we will be doing a while loop exercise in this video where we will have a question and we'll try to execute a solution for this, and we'll try to merge all the learning that we have in the while loop up to this point. Let us start with the video, guys. So welcome back. This is Swapnil Pathi again, and in this video we will discuss how to solve a question without using a while loop. So we have a question, take the input from the user and n number of times. So basically we don't know how many times we want to take the input, and we want to exit from the loop when the user say that I want to exit. Basically it's like a software. We give the input as many times as we want to, and we leave the loop when we want to leave, and like a software only, guys. So we will try to mimic the real-time software like this, and let's start with the video, guys. So what we need to do here, again, I always says, always break the problem. So basically we need to take the input n number time. So basically we know one thing, that we are going to use while loop, and we are going to use a true condition, and definitely with a if condition. So we will be having a if condition too. And what is the condition right now? I don't know. So basically whatever the condition is, I'm not using anything. I'm writing pass for now. So this is how you use pass. Basically I don't know what condition I'm going to give. So I'm using a condition and a pass like this, and so I can think at least for some time. So is when we have a while condition, we want to take the input. So one thing is for sure, that I will be taking an input. So I need a variable too. So I take a variable where I will take the input. Okay, I have the input, and I will say enter value like this, and the user will give the value inside. Now we have the variable and we want to save it somewhere. The best container that we can use right now, the data structure that we can use right now, is a list. Basically because obviously guys, we want to make sure that we are saving each kind of data. So I'm taking an empty list right now. Okay, in this empty list we're going to save the data. So we're going to data dot append. Okay, and this append we will simply pass the var. Now we have the data set, all the data that we are going to give as an input here. We're also going to we can print the value too, but input already prints the value for us, so we don't have to go with that exercise. Okay, so we are now going to check with the condition. So basically what we need to do, we will check again, another input will be there. So what we need to do, we take input, say choice, and this choice we will take the input, and in this input we will say want to continue, y for yes, and for no. And simply with this, let us give this as an input, and we take the choice from the user, whatever choice user want to choose. Okay, and we are using if condition, and we want to see the condition too. So we want to make sure that if the choice is equals to, say, y. Okay, if the user says the condition, the choice is true, simply break. This is what I want to do. Okay, so let's see if it is running perfectly or not. I will simply edit it if it is required. So say I'm giving a name, say a is my input initially, and want to do continue. Yes, I want to continue. And sorry, we want to continue. I want to exit if the choice is no. So let me correct that again, run it. So a is my choice. If you want to continue, yes, I want to continue. Enter the value. B is my choice. If you want to continue, yes, I want to continue. C is my choice. If I want to continue, yes, I want to continue. And this is how it will keep running. And so I don't want to continue now. Say I have a value and I want to continue. So I will say no, and it will exit me from it. One thing that is missing in this code, I can say, that is we need to print the data too. So we will simply, at the end, we will simply print the data. Okay, and like this we can simply have the data. We can also use this condition, this particular statement, inside the loop. So if instead of here, you can also give this here. So we first print data set, whatever choice you have given, and we can simply move. So you insert these values. Okay. After this, obviously we need to close it. So slash n and close it. And a comma is definitely required. So if I run again this and say A, yes, I want to continue. B, yes, I want to continue. C, yes, I want to, no, I don't want to continue in any four. So let us exit. And this is your, you insert these values and you're getting ABC as an output. As you can see, it is quite easy. It is quite easy. If you just think practically, all you need to do, you have to think wisely when you're doing this, and you have to think properly, step by step, how you're going to get this. So again, guys, you need to remember a few things here. Let us, so you need to mind few things here. That is one thing, that while you're using a while loop, make sure that your condition is breaking somewhere, because I am giving a condition true forever. So basically it will keep running, keep asking. You have to make sure that it's breaking somewhere. This time we have give this breaking power to the user. So a user will decide if he wants to break in or not. Guys, there are a few things that you need to mind. While we are taking the input, it can be a numerical value, it can be some other values too. There's a good chance the user will give some other input, that is not y or no. He can give some other input too, that can be a z, abc, anything. And in this case, the condition will always remain true. So if he's not even giving y, any if he's not giving n, so if he's not getting n, the condition will remains true forever. Why? Because if it's not n, the if condition will never get true, and if condition never gets true, it will keep running forever. That is something that you need to mind. In this demo, I've given you an example, but this code can be improved to a very great extent. That is something that you have to do. I've given you the idea, I've given you the example. Now you have to try it on yourself, guys. Try it and let me know. And one more question I want to add to this video, guys. Can we use continue in this video too? So if this question is there, can we also use continue somewhere inside this particular code? Is that practical? And if it is practical, how we can use continue? That is something you need to think. Let me know.